2011, Samsung announced the first generation Galaxy Note. At the time, it was criticized for being too big and that it wouldn't succeed. But fast forward to 2015, and here we have the Galaxy Note 4. So today I'm going to be telling you guys my overall experience, how it was using Samsung's latest flagship in my hectic, on-the-go, everyday life. Yes, today I'm bringing you our full video review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Now before I get into my review, I just want to state that we also have a written review up on our website. If you want to check that out, check the link in the description below. Now let's just dive right on in. I want to talk about the design. The design on the Note 4 is a bit different from the Note 3, and it's a good difference since Samsung made some improvements. For example, remember the chipping issues that the Note 3 had? Well, it's gone. Yes, this time around Samsung made the bands metal instead of plastic. I'm really happy they did this, not only because that the chipping issue's gone, but now we have a nice premium feel to the entire device. On the back we have the faux leather, which has been improved as well. Yes, it isn't truly real leather, but it still makes it feel great in the hands when using the Note 4. If I had one complaint though about the design, it's that at times the metal band can have a rather sharp feeling to them. At times it can cause a tad bit of discomfort, but it's very petty and not something that should be viewed as a deal breaker. The camera on the Galaxy Note 4 was stellar. We saw the addition of optical image stabilization, which for those of you who don't know, helps fight against camera shake and also allows you to take better pictures in lower light situations by automatically extending exposure time. Photos were rich and beautiful, and it's got to be one of the best cameras on an Android device up to date. But one thing I didn't like was the camera app itself. Samsung just has a way of bloating the camera app and adding too many features and just too many things in general to a camera app. I've always had displeasure with it, and I hope that one day Samsung simplifies it and just makes it a little more user-friendly. But despite that, the camera though is great, and for those of you who want to take pictures with your smartphone, you will definitely love the camera on the Note 4. One of the best new features of the Note 4 has to be the beast that is the 2K display. The colors look beautiful and vibrant, and this display makes content consumption such as YouTube and Netflix a pleasure as always to do. It's a display that makes you just want to sometimes pick up the phone and just stare at it. Yes, I'm confessing that I've done this before. Viewing angles are great, and everything about this display in general is great. A question I've been asked a lot while using this phone is how good is the battery life, especially with that powerful 2K display. The battery life on the Note 4 is great, but when I say great, it might differ from what others might define as being great. For me, 12 hours of heavy usage is really good. Now, I've never had a day where I use a Note 4 and needed to plug it up. Just know that you will most likely need to charge it at least every night to at least get you past 2 days of full usage. Don't expect it to last more than 2 days on a single charge, unless you're not a heavy user. Now, if you're not a heavy user, I would imagine you being able to get past 2 days of usage, especially if you go into power saving mode. In all though, I can definitely get more than 14 hours on a single charge with the Note 4, and for me, that's a win. Now, thus far, you might be thinking that I'm going to say that the Note 4 is the best phone I've ever used. But that isn't the case, and there's a reason for that. TouchWiz. Some people live and breathe it, while others can't stand it. I don't live and breathe it, and I can live with it, but maybe only for 14 days before I'm tempted to try and get it rooted. While TouchWiz has improved a lot since its early days, it still can be a hot mess of disorganization and bloatware. Samsung's getting there, don't get me wrong, but they still haven't gotten it right. The benefits of TouchWiz though is the S Pen. Now the S Pen is great for taking notes. Pun intended, but seriously it is. In all honesty though, I did find myself only using the S Pen for maybe a week or so, and after that I just kinda stopped using it. Nothing to blame here, I just think I just haven't gotten used to really using a stylus with a phone. So for those of you who pick up the Note 4 for the first time, you might get some getting used to. We also have some features such as multi-window. I've used multi-windows before in the past, and while the idea of being able to tweet at the same time as watching a video is a cool idea, I still don't see it as it being a selling point or reason to run out and buy the Note 4. And that's the thing that people need to realize. A lot of features on the Note 4 can be gimmicky, or the tech isn't fully developed yet. And yes, that includes the fingerprint sensor that I utterly hate to this day. But let's not forget that this is Samsung, and Samsung is going to do what they do best. The Note 4 is the best phone Samsung has ever made, and it has to be one of the top 5 best Android phones you can purchase up to date. I've always been a fan of the Note line, and the Note 4 was a very solid step in the right direction. Along with the Note 4 though, we saw something that some might say gave Samsung an edge against their competition. I'll talk about that in a future video. Anyway, that's going to do it here for our full review. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and comment below on what your thoughts are on the Galaxy Note 4. I'm Alex with itechtriad, and we'll see you guys in our next video.